Good afternoon, everyone. So I will be discussing to you our lesson 5 with the title Digital and Media Literacy. So this lesson will enable you to understand a digital and media literacy and also other technologies that could support teaching and learning. And not only that, but also its impact and applications will define the purpose of the digital tools that help teaching and learning be at par with other institutions in the 21st century. So let's start with the intended learning outcomes. So we have here design technology integration that supports students' learning. So let's start with the first topic, and that is about digital literacy. So when we are talking of literacy, so this is refers to a basic training for life or a lifelong learning. Because when we are literacy is having a skills you need to live, learn, and also work in a society where communications and access of information is increasingly through a digital technologies, just like the internet or the platform that we are using. So it is not just a matter of reading or writing, but it is a skills, knowledge, and aptitudes which lead us to make every aspect in life. Digital literacy is the one who processes and retrieves information. So in the last 20 years, so we have experienced a huge change in society. Just like traditional information and communication resources have been left aside by the information and communication technologies, or this is what we call now the ICT. And now we can reach almost everything with just a click. But is this an advantage or disadvantage? But maybe it depends on the people who are using this kind of technology. Can we easily and properly move into this kind of information jungle? Or are technologies making our lives more comfortable? Or are they complicating our lives instead? So these are the questions that comes in our mind if we are using technology. So if we really want ICT help us in our lives, so we have to be able to manage all this amalgam of a technological resources and get the different skills to take advantage of them. So 21st century literate citizen must manage the ICT's resources successfully. And this implies to be able to use these tools in an autonomous and intelligent way. And take note, if we want to transform information into a knowledge, we have to become a digital citizen. What is digital citizen? So this is a person who has a knowledge and skills to effectively use a digital technologies. So that is what we call digital citizen. So digital citizen is about confident and positive engagement with digital technology. A digital citizen is a person with the skills and knowledge to effectively use digital technologies to participate in society, communicate with others, and create and consume digital content. So take note of being a digital citizen. So you have already the skills and knowledge of ICT that could participate in society, communicate with others, create and consume digital content. So education plays an important role in society, and consequently, it has to assume its role of a digital leader. So there are persons who are very good when it comes to the use of technology. So sometimes we are asking questions from them. So teachers have to lead students into an adequate use of ICT tools. So as students, you need to have a teachers who can help you learn something different when it comes to information and communication technology is concerned. And after we learn from them, we also um, we also uh, help our youngs or the young generation to how to use this technology. So in this sense, every educative program must include a digital literacy as an important part of its curriculum, and also to facilitate the access to the different resources to form a digitally competent citizens. So if you have noticed, if you are a graduate of different programs, in every curriculum, there is an included course related to computer. And that is the basic fundamentals of computer. So even though it is a basic, this could really help or a big help to the students. So we must lead the teaching of a safe use of ICTs. So the problem is that our students have already started to learn, and most of the time alone. So we let sometimes our students discover about technology, and without any kind of indications or guide, so they can research, they can download apps, okay, because they have learned intuitively, and they are what we call digital native. Okay, so digital natives is describe the generation of the people who grew up in the era of ubiquitous technology. So from the moment we assume the tasks of promoting a digital literacy in an educative environment, so we have distinguished among the following aspects. So we have here four. First, literacy on technology. So this can manage the hardware and software, the different apps or programs that we download through our gadgets or the different devices that we are using. So that is what we call literacy on technology. Second, literacy on information. So this is to select, evaluate, analyze all the information we find in the net and have a critical knowledge and thinking. So take note that not all information we download, we copy from the net is correct. Okay? We need to evaluate. Is it comes from a reliable source or not? So we need to use our critical knowledge and thinking about those information. And the third one is literacy on communication. So to express properly in a digital environment using different audiovisual formats, just like if we have time, we use a different communication, or as a teacher, we use Google Meet, we use a Zoom, so that we can communicate with our students. And not only that, so we can also use Messenger, or we can create our group chat, okay, to an easy access to our student. And the last one is literacy on ethical values. So this is to act with responsibility, respect, and security. So especially if we are using our social media. So we are responsible in posting different words, because in everything we do with our social media, it will return uh, everything to us. So we need to be respectful also to the posts of other people, because according to Pia Wurzbach, we need to think before you click, and you should know if what you are doing is ethical or unethical. So we have here the digital literacy good practices. First one, the information resources in the net. So I know there's a lot of information that we can get, okay, and also different resources from the net. So this could help to have a critical reading. So I know that there are people who are fond of reading a different informations from the net. So how to extract the most suitable information related to the topic they are studying. So where and how looking for in the web. As a student, mostly if we are searching, we get from the topic that is being discussed by our teachers or our instructors. So we usually work with, okay, we have the Google is number one. So if we want to know about the topic, we search from the Google. And then if not, so we read from the Wikipedia, or we look for a video from a YouTube, as long as that topic is related to the topic we are searching. That's number one. Number two, information management and collaborative work. So once they have the necessary information, they have to read it carefully, okay? Analyze and organize, but also we promote a collaborative work using the virtual collaborative spaces offered in the net. So if we're not um, really into the summary of the topic, sometimes we ask from a relative, or we ask from our friends if that topic is really okay suited to the topic you are searching. Okay, so we have the collaborative work with other people, and one of the source wherein you can save your files. For example, if you have a email, so that is in what we call cloud computing, or right now the best thing is you save it in your Google Drive. Next is, or the third one, producing different multimedia projects. So we're not only after on using the basic or the MS Word, typing our projects or typing the different words. So this is encouraged to use different multimedia to create and present their projects, and always promoting creativity and innovation, and teach them to use the most suitable app depending on the kind of project, or even a combination of several apps for a project. For example, if you are assigned to make a video presentation of different topics, you look for an apps. It's easy for you to edit, just like you download Puton, or you can use different video apps. And sometimes we are thinking of a different ways to create our own innovation, okay, to have a very good presentation. Or sometimes we are very creative in working with different presentations or different videos. Fourth one is a virtual classrooms and lessons. So this is promoting the use of a virtual space where teachers and students can interact. So when we are talking of virtual classroom, so this is refers to an online system that could allow students and teachers to communicate and collaborate. So this is through the use of the different modalities, just like through LMS, through Zoom, or through Google Meet, through Google Classroom, or through Edmodo, as long as there is a communication between the students and the teachers, wherein they are passing through the lessons, or if not discussed, so let the students download all the lessons. So that is virtual classrooms and the lessons. And the last one is safety. So one of the main tasks as teachers is to transmit our students the idea that technology can be powerful, amusing, creative, and communicative. But at the same time, it may be have risks. So they have to be able to know and manage, or such as the digital identity and the participation in social nets. So we should also know if our students is safe in using different apps or different social media. Okay, so the dissemination of habits and good practices among our students are included in some of our lessons, and this could also aim of raising awareness of the importance of data security and information contained on ICT networks and services. Because ACE safety is this is the ability to safeguard or protect and educate our students and teachers in the acceptable use of the technology. So that is the 5 good practices of digital literacy. And take note also that digital literacy improves employability because it is a gate skill demanded by many employers. So when they first evaluate a job application, because if the company will be conducted an interview, so they would ask you what are your skills. Are you very good when it comes to handling computer? So that is one of the questions that they are asking. So it is also work as a catalyst because it enables the acquisition of other important life skills. So a catalyst is a person who is causing also of change. Okay. Next is about media literacy. So media literacy is the ability to identify a different types of media and also understands the messages they are sending. So for teachers, so they are play a significant role in helping the students understand the different media and also the messages that they receive or the ethical methods for producing their own media. And this is becoming a increasingly important for teachers to understand how the how to teach a media literacy because individual constructs their own meaning from the media, and we tend also to evaluate the media messages based on our experiences, based on our beliefs, and also based on our values. So we have here a few interesting facts. So I will just read a few of this. One, children ages 6 to 17 have a TV in their own bedroom, especially if you are a rich kid. Okay, so you have your own television in your bedroom. We have average Filipinos watching over 4 hours of television per day, not only 4 hours. So kung pwede lang magtilibabad, so you can do it. By the age of 18, children have watched 17 hours of television, and this number continues to increase. If you are fond of watching different teleseries nga may ginaabangan ka every day or every night, so you are watching or you increase the number of hours you are watching television. And then the average home has the television on for 7.5 hours per day, especially for the kids. So this means that the television is on nearly 60 hours per week. Okay, so those are the interesting facts about media literacy. Now, why is it that media literacy important? What are the reasons why media literacy is important? So we have here the five. First one, the influence of media in our central democratic um, process. So this is the ability to comprehend or scrutinize the connection between the press and then the democracy, because media has a power to tell a society's story, or by also influencing thinking, beliefs, and our behaviors. So second one is the high rate of media consumption and the saturation of society by media. So media literacy has come of age. So in a society of mass mediated and also media saturated as our communication technologies, and also a core of a political, economic, and also cultural environments. The third one, the media's influence on shaping perceptions, beliefs, and attitudes. So this is using social media. So this is a associated with psychological well-being and holds at a popular media such as our television, and has a power to influence our view about the world. And the fourth one is the increasing importance of visual communication and information. So visual communication is the way to communicate ideas graphically, and also help to convey more meaning. Or this is also a critical element that could help evoke our emotions to our audience. For example, if you are sending messages, or if you are posting messages through Facebook. Okay, and the last one is the importance of information in society and the need for lifelong learning. So lifelong learning is a life wide. So this is also a self-motivated pursuit of knowledge for not only a personal but a professional reasons as well. So these are the reasons why media literacy is important. Okay. Next, what is media literacy? So we have here, media is a way to carry a message from one person to another. So something we use when we want to communicate indirectly. So the media is using a language of persuasion. Take note of that. A media is only using a language of persuasion, not an international language. And it also constructs a fantasy world, not a real world. So what, or most media are controlled by what we call commercial interests. So it's really hard for people to change the media system, because this will lead us to a justice issue. So media literate youth and adults, they are called as media activists. And this reflects the values and viewpoints of media makers. We have here the media that are used to communicate to a large group of people. So we have the different examples of the media that we are using. Next is also used to communicate from one individual to another. This is through the use of the different webcams or the instant messages, and also a social networking. And then the last one is used for entertainment. So number one is using television. We have also magazines. We have also video games. And the best is we are using a YouTube if we want to watch a different videos. Okay? So that is the media that we are using now. We can define what really the meaning of media literacy. Okay, so when we are talking of literacy, so this is the decode a ability to decode a message. So this message reflects our values or viewpoints of media makers, because media use a language also of persuasion. Okay, so literacy plays a vital role in transforming students into a socially engaged citizens. And so we have here the different meanings of media literacy. So you can read the different explanations about the media literacy. So media literacy is the ability to assess, analyze, evaluate, and create media. So we have here the four interpretation of the media literacy. Okay, access, create, analyze, and evaluate. Or this is what we call the one who process our skills. So for access, recognize and understand media. So what we are using or what we are doing, so we should recognize it and we should also understand it. Locating media from a variety of sources. Okay, so you need to know the source of the media you are downloading or you are posting, and select different types of information based on the tasks. For the next, we have analyze. Use prior knowledge to predict outcomes, interpret a message, use strategies to compare, contrast, fact, opinion, cause, and effect. So we should analyze the information we are getting from the net, or even an information coming from different people. You need to interpret it if it is really true or correct. Evaluate. So this is appreciate in interpreting messages, or evaluating the quality of the message, or judge the value of the message, or respond to messages of different contents. You need to evaluate those information. And the last one is to create. And this is the use of the language, or the language that they are using, and also to create and select images to achieve various goals, so that our presentation will be very good. So we need to include pictures, okay, or different graphics or animations. So that is the process skills of media literacy. So new approaches are required when teaching media literacy. It is an important for teachers as for students to become aware of the media's power and influence, to analyze and reflect on the profound political and personal issues associated with media consumption, and to become active audiences. So engage in creating a fair and balanced media environment. And always remember that digital and media literacy is really important while you are a student. And it's also be really important in the future when you enter the professional world. So I know you've already experienced the digital and media literacy because most of you are already professionals. So in your workplace, you'll be required to interact with people in digital environments, use information in an appropriate ways, and create new ideas and products collaboratively. And above all, you'll need to maintain your digital identity and well-being as the digital landscape continues to change as a fast pace. So always take note that you need to be updated when it comes to information and communication technology because technology is growing. Okay? So this ends our topic for the lesson 5. Um, I hope that everybody learned something different from this topic that could really help you as students. So to everyone, um, keep safe, keep healthy, and God bless.